to Times Square. It's hard to believe that this major metro monster with all its noise and all its glitz and hugeness actually has a town square. But that's exactly what Times Square is, so let's check it out.
As a girl who dreamed about New York City growing up, when I finally visited the Big Apple, it was love at first trip. Fast forward about 7 years and I moved to NYC to experience the unique lifestyle firsthand and create content all about the adventures to be had here. In this show, we'll explore the iconic sights of New York as well as hidden gems and experiences that locals love. By producing this show, I'm making my dreams come true. I hope it inspires you to do the same, whether that means exploring the concrete jungle yourself or chasing one of your other wildest dreams. I'm excited to be living my dream in the city of dreams, so let's go explore it together. This is Hava's New York.
I visited New York City about 3 times before moving here, and on each trip I did find myself here in Times Square. Since relocating, I would say my impression has changed a little bit, and I find that it's more of an iconic spot that represents New York City's energy, even though there's not actually that much to do here. But a lot of locals actually don't really like Times Square. Cut to a shot of me ranting. Oh my god, guys, I just started recording, and the problem with Times Square is all these freaking annoying people. Ugh. But this random guy came up and I honestly was holding my camera. I did not want him to take that from me, and then Minnie Mouse asked me for a photo. We will get into it. I don't know if I'm becoming a real New Yorker or not, but it's definitely hard to navigate Times Square when you don't want to be part of the tourist mix. So let's cut and see some of the really fun stuff about Times Square. The most fun part of the way Times Square is decorated, as you might see behind me, and we'll see all around, you can't miss the billboards. You can't miss them. They're glittery and it's daytime right now, but they really light this place up. I mean, you can see it from above in observation decks, and it's even from blocks away as you're walking down other streets, like at night when you're walking down that way, or basically any road that leads into Times Square, you can see a glow. Another fun fact about all these billboards behind me, I actually happened to look it up online ahead of filming this video. Do you know that each one costs $5,000 to $50,000 a day? So when you're standing in Times Square, now you can literally look around you and realize you are surrounded by big money. With all the glitz and glam around here with all the billboards, it would be really easy to miss something that you don't want to miss. Something really cool is the iconic ball drop from New Year's Eve every year up there. This ball is actually made of Waterford crystal, and I believe it can produce up to 16 million colors and billions of different combinations with the geometric shape. So it's really something special and cool that happens every year. Featuring the sirens and sounds, those are constantly happening here in Times Square too. Something that a lot of people know that they can do in Times Square is shop and eat at restaurants. But this is very ironic because most of the places where you can shop and eat here are owned by the major chains and businesses that can afford the real estate. So what you're seeing here are not stores that are special to New York. But the reason this is so ironic is that most locals do not like to come here. It's loud, it's full of clueless tourists, and there's not a lot of activities really. And why would a New Yorker come and do their shopping at an Old Navy or an American Eagle when they can go anywhere else in the city for it without dealing with all the rest of the hubbub? So I don't personally recommend you spend your precious time in New York City going to these stores you can go to anywhere like Sephora, unless it just makes you feel good to have bought something at a New York Sephora. So I don't know, there's so many New York special things here. I just don't recommend going to these regular stores and restaurants. As much as I don't think you should be eating at regular chain restaurants or going to generic stores while you're here, it is okay if you want to go to the M&M'S store or Hershey World, because even though they're not New York specific, I know there are only a few sprinkled around the world. I've had those, they're not very good. Psst, yes, you. Okay,
since I got you away from the video for just a second, go ahead and click the like button down there, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you see all the other fun videos that'll come to this channel after this one. All right, now go, before they find out. Apologies for the noise. There's so much construction going on today, but check out this tickets booth behind us. This here is where you can get discount Broadway tickets the same day of the show. I've never actually done this, and I know you can also do an app and stuff, and I just yet to participate in tickets, but I would really like to because I love me some Broadway. Let's go ahead and go around and see what's on the other side of the tickets booth. Ta-da! It's Bleachers. You might have seen these bleachers before. This is where people pretty much hang out and chill and people watch, so let's go ahead and take a seat. Alright, we're gonna take a seat right here because I want to go ahead and talk about what I haven't seen a lot of today. I have seen costume characters, but I'm not really interested in getting too close because they're already too approaching for my comfort level. But I also was really hoping to see the naked cowboy and naked cowgirl. I have seen the naked cowboy before, which I'll flip up a picture. Wow, I'm so sorry it's loud. I'm just gonna sit really close to you. They're actually not scams. Like, I really don't like the costume characters. I feel like it's ripoff. They're like, let me take a picture with you. And then they ask me for like 20 bucks. So just like, what the heck? What? Whereas the naked cowboy has actually created himself as an icon. And he's not very pressuring for you to give him money or anything. So that's really fun. This is also a really great spot to people watch. And I don't recall it always having this loud construction, but at the same time, I mean, this is part of Times Square. Times Square is constantly busy and noisy, and actually right now, it's kind of quiet for Times Square, and it's not crowded at all. While we're on the topic of scams and different street entertainers and stuff, one thing that I don't know how much you'll see it in Times Square or not, because it's just a really low time right now. It's actually a Monday morning, but that you might see here or other places is these guys selling CDs with their music, and a lot of people probably just assume they're scams, and they might be, I don't know, but I came with my aunt to New York back in 2014, and one of the guys accused her of being racist. So she was like, no, I'm not, and she bought one of the CDs. She assumed there was nothing on it, so she gave it to me. And I actually put it in the computer, and actually, there were songs. I didn't like them. I didn't think they were that good. But the guy actually was selling his music, which was pretty impressive. Really, the best thing about the Bleachers, especially when it's not noisy with construction, is that it's just a really great spot when you're in the middle of your day visiting New York, or I guess even if you're just going through it recently. I guess a couple months ago, I literally just stopped here, not at Bleachers, but in Times Square, just to chill, just somewhere to sit for free between activities and things you're doing because it's such a central location. There is something going on over there. You might have seen it in another shot. Let's go ahead and check it out of curiosity. After reading the sign and talking to the gentleman working here, it turns out this interactive art piece where you get to throw in something to make a wish is for survivors of anything. But it's basically a lot of monuments are made to honor the dead, and this is made to honor living survivors. Another installation here in Times Square that just happens to be going on today is these snow globes. Absolutely make time to come to Times Square, see it with your own eyes. It's so iconic, but just don't waste much time here on non-New York City specific stuff. Also, I want to make sure you take away
be careful. This is a highly tourist spot and people know it. The proportion of tourists to locals here is so dramatic, and because locals don't spend much time here, people up to no good, like pickpocketers, scammers, etc., they can spot you very easily. It's very obvious, and you just don't want to become a victim of any mischief, which can happen around here. But I don't want to discourage you from coming. I'm gonna come again. Would I come back to Times Square for the sole purpose of coming to Times Square? Probably not, but there are a lot of really cool things that happen around Times Square, like Broadway shows, live tapings of shows that I enjoy, and I do want to see the New York City ball drop one day, which is here in Times Square. So I definitely think I will be back, and maybe I would come back just for Times Square itself if I'm with a family member or a friend. But once you've kind of done it, there isn't a lot really to do. Times Square is more of a lot to see. What did you think of Times Square? I want you to go ahead and comment down below, and if you've been to Times Square, tell me about your experience. And before you head out, just go ahead and like this video because you made it to the end. Congratulations! Subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications, and of course, comment below anything else you want to see in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Bye!